Hi guys, welcome back to K-pop Talks. Today I'm doing the video about the K-pop rookies of 2024. While I was actually looking at the list, I've decided to pretty much include rookies that debuted in 2023, but also let's say the last 3 or 4 months of the year, and then carry that logic until pretty much September, October of this year. I think the reason why is, let's be honest, if you're gonna debut, more probably than not, let's say in September, October, depending if they released music, if they released an album and stuff like that. And the reason why I decided to do that is it's a long enough of reference where I think it's fine if you debuted even in September of this year. Let's say last year, actually, to use a better example. Rides debuted last year in September, but they dropped one song and they didn't do anything for like 2 months, right? I think they dropped like 1 or 2 songs and did nothing. Can I really consider them rookies of 2023? No, I would much rather consider them rookie of 2024. But let's say a group like Triple S, who was pretty much consistent throughout the year, even though they debuted much earlier during the year, even if they released only one song, I would still consider them rookie of 2023 because they debuted in February. I think normally if you debut later in the year, it's harder to actually make a list because, let's say IZNA. I think IZNA is solid. I liked what they did, but they debuted in November. I can't put them in this list. They're gonna go into next year, stuff like this. And you can understand what I mean by it, because Rise dropped a lot of music this year. I found that one was much more active in 2024 than in 2023, and I think it's correct to put them this year. Now, I don't remember if I did put them last year. I don't think I did. I could be wrong. Maybe I put it just out of trust. But this was their rookie year, I think. So let's say from September of last year till now, to September of this year, I think that was their full rookie year, and they had a great rookie season, so they're gonna be in this list. There can be obviously what do you call them, certain exceptions. If I don't remember incorrectly, let me just see for a second, please. The earliest, let's say the latest group I've had is Cat's Eye that debuted in June. So after that, I have nobody really. One, because I'm not particularly interested in these groups, but then I don't know, like Odd Youth, for example, or Unicorn, or which, giving examples, even though I'm not gonna put them. They debuted much later throughout the year, and I don't think I can consider them rookies of this year. So let's get right into the video without wasting any more time. Number 1 is Bad Villain. I think they've been, for me, a personal revelation of this year. I really like their style, their vibe. I think they're able to do that kind of cocky, aesthetic and concept well, without necessarily doing stuff that we've already seen in the past with things like Blackpink and G-Idol. They're doing it in their own unique way, and they do it in a very fresh way, I think. So I've really enjoyed the way they've approached productions, concepts. Vocally, they're good. I must say that this year there were a lot of groups that had good vocals, really good vocals, which is a nice change of pace, I think, compared to the previous years. And hopefully they can actually improve and actually get better. Different aspects of gaming that I would say are of singing, that are much different than I would say most artists actually experience, so you actually get a chance to really improve and then actually perform well, which is something we haven't really seen a lot of in the last 3 or 4 years. Next we have Young Posse. When they debuted with Marco Ricci's, people were making fun of them. They're saying they were shit. I disagreed. I thought they had a cool style. They were very unique. They reminded me of old school K-pop, where they were not afraid of doing these silly concepts and still delivering good music. But not only that, I think similar to XG, they have their own interesting rap concept that they do very well. They do different styles of hip-hop very good, so hopefully I want to see them keep doing it and doing it as good. So Young Posse for me has been a revelation, and something again ignites that fun element of K-pop, fun element of going into an album not really knowing what you're gonna listen to. So it's really fun, I think, to listen to them, which is something that I don't think a lot of groups can say. That you can go into an album of a group every year, every 3, 4 months, 6 months, and still be like, oh, what am I gonna listen? I'm gonna maybe listen to something different, right? That's really cool as far as I'm concerned. Next we have TWS. TWS for me is I think they have potential. I think compared to a lot of their male counterparts, not only in this list but in previous lists, it's hard for me to see where they want to go because they're good. I think one thing that Pledis is very good is separate them from 17, separate them from other hype groups such as TXT and BTS. But it's very hard for boy groups that come from these type of companies where there's already dominant K-pop groups to actually create a huge name for themselves. Having said all that, I think TXT is good. I think they have some interesting concepts. They're obviously well produced. The music videos are cool and all of that. Of course, they have a lot of money behind them. But I think out of everybody on this list, they're the one that worry me a little bit more for their future, because I don't think HYBE has that patience that it used to have of waiting artists. They have no intention of waiting. The only artists they really wait are people that are mainly in Japan, for example, who I know that even if they don't make me a lot of money, they dominate a specific market. Next, we have Vicha. I think Vicha personally, as I think about it more and more and more, I'm not the biggest fan of. I think the problem for me for Vicha is that when you do A2K and you present yourself with this type of concepts and ideas, you kind of have to still be a K-pop group through and through. You know, you can't have it both ways. It's an issue that I've had with TXT this year and last year. It's an issue that I had with BTS when they were really trying to get into the American market, is that your appeal is being a K-pop group, okay, that does K-pop stuff. You know, you can still blend it in different ways with a different concept stylistically from other countries with a Western influence, but it's still K-pop. And the moment you cannot betray that element and try to make a classic American style One Direction, like Little Mix, or like maybe more than Little Mix, like Pussycat Dolls type of concept, I don't think it really sticks with the audiences. Now, I think these girls have incredible talent, all of them. Also, we must say there was obviously a scandal surrounding Vicha recently, where, I don't know if you guys know, apparently she was KG was mistreated by somebody inside of the company, where she had problems with weight loss, and she apparently, as far as we know, she even tried to probably commit an extreme type of action, and she likely failed, and she's still here with us. So she ended up suing Joey P and all of it, and apparently certain people that were working inside of the company kind of treated her like shit. Now this is wording I think for Joey P, and I've talked about it also on my tier list, which I think came out before this video, which it's worrying when a company like Joey P that promotes mental health, promotes the changing of trainee culture and stuff like that, still has people like this in the company. You know, you have to get rid of these people, and this really is a huge, I think, problem, because I must say, why is this thing specifically happen with a foreign member? This is another worrying thing. If Joey wants to get popular in Thailand and these other countries and want to do stuff like this, then you can't have somebody who's clearly either xenophobic or at least biased negatively towards foreigners, you know. And it's obviously that the way she was treated plays into that, and not only her apparently. And so you can go and check on Sumpy, just type KG Joey P and you're gonna see it, and she goes into what happened and you know, what she doesn't like about the company, you know, and she goes into deep through it. I don't remember if it was KG that I don't want to confuse if it was KG that had this issue about like her health. I don't really remember if it was her, but I think it was her. Let me check for a second. You know, so yeah, I think it was her. I'm pretty sure there was a rumor that it was either her or someone in the group that went through like some weight loss issue, and she was getting too many pills and she got sick, and somebody told her that's not a big deal. I think for Joey that's a problem. I think that can actually hurt Vicha's career, because already they're not really dropping music, they kind of disappeared. So I don't like that omerta type of stuff that goes still into these K-pop labels. They're now worth billions of dollars. You should get rid of these people and try to be the best versions of yourself, because if Vicha's popular, they get popular in Germany, in France, in America, in Canada. Why waste that opportunity? You know, it is what it is, I guess. Next we have Elite. Even though I think Elite copies too much New Jeans, and we know that's true, it is a fact. I think they have potential. Magnetic was very good. I think their EP was pretty solid. I think they just have to build on it, and I think they kind of distance themselves from New Jeans as much as possible, because New Jeans will keep being popular even without hype. They're just that big, so they kind of have to remove themselves from that. But there's talent here, but you can't just be New Jeans. At one point it was so obviously bad how much they were trying to copy, and that's what ended up causing the ripple effect of many Jeans problems with hype, obviously. So I think they're solid, but let's see what happens to them as well, because maybe they get shelved as well. You never know. Next we have Miai. I think in this list they're probably the weakest group, I must say. The thing with Miai specifically is that they're solid. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I think they have some interesting concept going on for them that can really push them, I think, to the next level. Hopefully they can keep being consistent and keep making quality music. I think it's gonna be hard for them because they're a produced group, and as produced groups go, the closer they get to the deadline, I think the less effort normally companies put into the project. But I think the concept itself has a lot of potential, so hopefully they can build upon that and see where they go with it next year as well. Which I think it will keep going next year as well, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's going to have a fall throughout the entirety of 2025, but it will go still for 2025. Next we have Cat's Eye. I like Cat's Eye. I think Cat's Eye are good. They're backed up by hype, so they have so much money behind them. Half of it is enough. Incredible vocals. Again, similar problems of Vich, in my opinion, which is you try to do both, and while doing both you don't really get anybody. Numbers are not great for them. I was looking a little bit at some of the numbers that Cat's Eye were having on YouTube. There's 70 million, 15, 4.5, right? It's like outside of their debut, they're not really doing much, and that's worrying, because I assume Hype wasted millions upon, if not tens of millions upon dollars, and it's not really paying off. But the talent is there, and if they spend time into making sure their concept is stronger, I think they can have a huge impact in the industry. Next, I kind of cheated. I put a solo artist in here. Actually, I put two. The first one is Daniel Jikai. I really like this guy. I think this guy has insane potential. I've listened to him on YouTube. I've listened to his album, and I have to say, he's super interesting, in my opinion. He can rap. The productions are there, and I think if I don't know which company he's with, honestly. I don't know even if he has a company, but the people that actually waste time into making him a good artist actually keep improving on that, because the talent is there, and if they keep producing him, if he keeps releasing music, which is very important as well, he's gonna be fucking good. I have no doubt in my mind. Next we have Eve, what do you wanna call her? Kind of a cheat, but I think she had a great year, honestly. She went solo, and by going solo, I think she's doing fantastic. I don't think it was obvious that her music was gonna be this good, but it is, and I love, like I said, this trend in K-pop of the last 3 years that solo music is getting better. Not only it's getting better, it's getting more unique, it's getting more interesting, it's getting much more, I think, traction. The idea of actually putting effort into releasing quality music with your artist, which isn't always obvious, Historically, if you look in the past, sometimes company didn't care about the quality of music. They would just use your name to sell more albums, and to see that effort is being put by a lot of smaller companies, I think it's very good, And last but not least, I think we have easily the group of 2024, which is Rise. Musically, incredible. Songs, fantastic. Vocals, pretty good. And I think the fact they have such a unique concept proves again why SM is, in my opinion, one of the best companies in the industry, because it's not just them. It's aespa when they debuted, it's FX in the past, it's Red Velvet. The ability to consistently bring out a group that makes very unique and weird music, and being able to not only land with the fans but have commercial success, it's one of the most impressive things that SM has been able to do. And even through the scandals, they've been able to have success, and now they've introduced the member inside of the group. It's very interesting how SM, maybe Kakao bought them, they're gonna say, oh, they're gonna go bad, they're gonna change into negative. Out of all the companies, they've had no scandals this year, pretty much, which is pretty rare for SM. You can't say the same for other companies apart from YG, obviously. So I think, and this is maybe more my own opinion, I think it's very hard, I think, not to argue that they've had, I think, the best debut of 2024. I forgot about a group, by the way. Actually, I forgot about a couple of groups, but I'm gonna talk about them. So it's not the last, there's still 2 groups to talk about, but Rights for me is the best group, with this other girl group, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. After this 2, it's not gonna be the last one. Next we have Artemis. I think Artemis, out of all these groups, have landed the concept of actually debuting the best. Everybody gets singles, everybody gets their own music videos, tells their own stories. It is very a throwback K-pop thing, where you have idols starring to these like kind of like acting concepts while singing. It's very good. So you get a little bit of star power from known idols and new idols, and you're able to create something unique and stand in this business, which is fucking hard, guys, because this business is ruthless. This business doesn't give a fuck who you are, and it killed people emotionally and mentally in the past when you change so many times, when you start from zero. And Artemis is an example of how you can start from zero now and still be able to have impact in your first year. Next we have Ascent, the last boy group of this video. I think they're good. The groups like this are necessary. They make fun, stupid music that we all enjoy. There hasn't been another group, I think, this year that made this type of music, so I want to actually give them a shout out, and hopefully they can keep making music like this for us to have fun and listen to, and just listen to them, you know, to the gym and stuff like this. Is always nice to see. And last but not least, I have to put Baby Monster, because when Baby Monster debuted, YG did this to all of us. He said, fuck all of you, you don't understand the business, I'm the GOAT. And he was right, because all of these rumors about the roster is gonna change, it's gonna be all of these other things, and obviously he was lying, because he was. And you know, it's gonna be all these different type of concepts every single time, and you know, it's gonna be 6 members, then it's gonna be 9, it's gonna be 4, all of this to get your attention, and then drop some really good fucking music. And not only that, Sheesh has 320 million views, Batter Up 294, the performance video of Sheesh has 170, Forever has 162, the performance video of Like That has 158, Trip has 149, Stuck in the Middle, which is my favorite song they've done, is 126, Click Clack has 100, and Dream, which is the pre-debut, has 72. You don't see numbers like this, I'm not joking, unless you're BTS, Blackpink. Are Stray Kids getting these numbers in 2024? Let me check. They probably are, but let me check. No, so 5 months ago they dropped Chick Chick Boom, who has 58 million. So unless you're some, maybe 17 now, because they're very popular, so let's check 17. Nothing on the, oh, no. Nothing recent from their YouTube channel, maybe on the Hype channel, this stuff, okay. I don't, yeah, 44 million. A year ago, 239 million. Okay, so if Maestro has 85 and it's a huge hit, he's making two numbers that in K-pop we have not been seeing since early Blackpink, you know, super successful Red Velvet, that golden era of K-pop from 2015 to 2018, okay? Actually 2013 to 2018, okay, it's 5 years. and he's been able to do it again. And the group is good, and the girls can fucking sing, and they have a presence, they have a style, and it's that YG style that we all know. And yet he's been able to create a completely different thing with girl groups. He just knows how to create girl groups, I think, much better than boy groups, for example, because I think Big Bang, he's an exception to his rule, which has never been able to really land boy groups. But girl groups, he's always been fantastic. He just understands the formula, and regardless if Teddy's producing their stuff or not, him being involved in the music is much better, because now we can say, you're doing too much, this is too much, like the other one, where those 3-4 years where he wasn't in the company, I think really hurt Blackpink's reputation and other groups' reputation from the company. So Baby Monster is fantastic, and again, YG proved why he's one of the most important people in the history of the genre. It's just the way it is, and YG needed him more than ever. It just worked again. It's incredible. Having said all of this, these were my list of my favorite K-pop groups of rookie groups of 2024. Tell me what you think about this list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me your favorite groups of 2024, your least favorite, and maybe who you're hyped for in 2025 out of these ones that are listed, or the one you care about, or maybe someone that has to debut yet. So thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe as always. Goodbye.